Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Gaming News Weekly Live. It's been a while, bro. What has it been? I didn't do Gaming News Weekly last week, so I guess it only been a week, really, technically. But it feel like it's been longer than it. It feel like it's been way longer than it. But we back. I got the Avion water with me, so you know I'm ready to talk. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. It's been a weird ass 2 weeks in gaming. It's some of the strangest shit has been going on. Sony is tanking hard. I don't know what the hell's going on at PlayStation, bro. But every time PlayStation is in the news, it's fucking bad. I don't think there's been any good news for PlayStation in this whole year. This whole year has been scuffed for PlayStation. Hopefully it turns around once Insomniac drops Spider-Man 2. But until then, bro, it's not looking good for the Sony platform, the PlayStation platform as a whole. It's bad over there. It's real deal bad, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. It seems like Xbox has been doing well, doing so well that Sony has literally nothing to show this whole time. And Xbox is being getting hold too. The gaming media do not fuck with the Microsoft. They don't fuck with Xbox. They don't fuck with what Xbox is doing, what Xbox is planning to do. And it shows. Every release Xbox has had has been scrutinized. Scrutinized to fucking death, bro. They don't get that motherfucker the benefit of the doubt. And they look at this motherfucker and they be like, it's a Microsoft game. This motherfucker on Game Pass. It ain't worth it. Damn, really? Every fucking Xbox release? Every Xbox release this year has got the same fucking scrutiny. Every last one of them. And it's been wow. And Sony has nothing. They still get praised for having nothing. They've been doing horrible this whole time, bro. And it only gets worse. Not only did they raise PlayStation Plus, you know what they got in return? What the PlayStation payers get in return for them raising the prices of PlayStation Plus? A fucking movie subscription to play to Sony movies. Really, Nick, they really selling movies to these gamers, bro. People that pay for PlayStation Plus, who just want a good subscription service with games in it that actually get supported. No, they get movies, nigga. Sony's like, y'all can watch motherfucking Gran Turismo because nobody fucking watched it. Y'all can go watch the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans because nobody watched them. It is crazy. Like, Sony doesn't make many good movies. Why the fuck are they giving out a movie subscription with their PlayStation Plus now? That is, I don't know what's going on at PlayStation, bro. A fucking movie subscription? When you're supposed to be giving people games? Oh my gosh, who's taking it? Who's on the Sony platform actually saw that? Like, oh, look, a movie subscription. I love that shit. Sony? Nobody. Not a single fucking soul. But PlayStation did it. And I ain't see a single PlayStation centric channel talk about it. That's why I didn't fucking talk about it until Gaming News Weekly, of course. Because I seen it and I'm like, really, nigga? They not gonna add games to PlayStation Plus? Because I think they only gave this to like premium tier, didn't they? So premium tier gets movies now. So they got demos. They got fucking cloud versions of PlayStation 3 games and movies. And they're paying how much a fucking year now? No new games? Oh my gosh, bro. PlayStation. They do not care about their fans over there. How many times I gotta say that? They do not care about their fans over there. How much money do they make on? Oh my goodness, bro. It's so bad. It's so bad. And it only gets fucking worse. As the weeks went on, some of the announcements got even worse. Naughty Dog is going through a whole lot of shit right now. They're letting go all their contractors for quality assurance. They're fucking remastering the fucking Last of Us 2. What? Naughty Dog, what are you doing? And then they shelved factions. Wasn't that supposed to come with The Last of Us 2 the first time? And it was like, oh no, we're gonna make it their own thing. And now it's shelved forever. Naughty Dog, they need new management. They need new management over there because what the fuck is going on in Naughty Dog? That is That is PlayStation's most prominent studio. It's the biggest name on PlayStation is Naughty Dog. And now they're just shitting themselves. And I don't know what's going on. What is Herman Hulst doing right now, bro? We know Jimothy is out the door. Jim Ryan has announced his retirement. Man's his hands off probably now. He doesn't care about anything. He's getting out the door next year. So I'm like, what the hell is Herman doing, bro? Because Naughty Dog is going through a harsh reality right now. Live service games is not their forte, and I think they're starting to get it. They like, okay, fuck this live service shit. It's not gonna work. Why get that to Naughty Dog? Because they made a good feature in a game one time in the PlayStation 3 era. That is crazy to try to make them do it again. And they've been failing at it for how long has The Last of Us 2 been out? And the multiplayer never fucking came. It is crazy. And now we're hearing that it's shelved. They're not even working on it no more, bro. Bungie came in and was like, this is trash, start over. And now they shelved the whole fucking thing. They're not working on it. They'd rather remaster The Last of Us 2. Fucking Sony, bro. PlayStation, what is going on? What is going on over there? Naughty Dog is struggling. Somebody need to go help them. Because it shouldn't be like that. Naughty Dog is their biggest studio, too. I think it's their biggest studio. It's their most successful studio. And they have one of the most successful milked games of reality, which is The Last of Us. And how is Sony letting this go on at Naughty Dog? That's like Microsoft letting the coalition fester. What the fuck? There's no way Microsoft is letting that go on. There's no way Microsoft is letting that go on. Coalition is everything to Microsoft. They're the last line of defense from the Halo Forza Gears era. And Coalition has been peaked every moment they got a chance to. So whatever the Coalition does next, Microsoft is going full force with it. If the Coalition is making Gears 6, they're going full force with that hoe. If they're making a new IP, which I heard that they are, they're going full force with that hoe. They're going to let Coalition do their work because they know they're going to give them every tool in the fucking shed to make sure they can get the games out that they want to get out. Why is PlayStation not doing that with Naughty Dog? Why do they keep remastering the same fucking games over again? And then once they try to make a new thing, they fucking shelf it? Come on now, bro. Come on now, but for Naughty Dog, it's crazy because they have a whole chain of command over there. And once a TV shows start popping off, and Buddy has just start becoming a fucking movie director, a TV show director, he's like, fuck game director, nigga, I don't want to do that no more. Now he's out. Oh my god, bro. Naughty Dog needs some work. With them firing the contractors was crazy. Because a lot of people has been getting laid off in the gaming industry. That's why that was some crazy news. Because I know EA is laying off a whole lot of people from like BioWare and from Respawn. There's so many people getting laid off in the gaming industry right now. And I'm like, damn. And Naughty Dog, they right along in the mix. CD Projekt laying people off. But I mean, they just released 2.0. They don't really need all the hands-on right now. Kind of understandable. But what the fuck is Naughty Dog working on that they gotta fire people now? I mean, not working on. And they're not working on factions no more. So that shit's out the door. Fucking rough. Sony's having a rough time. Spider-Man just have to be the pick-me-up for Sony. Because they have nothing else. Insomniac got to carry once again. Bro, Insomniac is always my favorite studio from, from PlayStation. And it shows they're the only reliable ones now. Because Guerrilla, what the fuck are they doing? Remastered fucking Horizon Zero Dawn? Naughty Dog, they're fucking up. They're remastering The Last of Us 2. Ben Studios still haven't announced a single fucking game since Days Gone. I don't know what the hell Housemarque's doing. What the fuck is the other studio called? The one that make remakes of games. Bluepoint. I don't know what the fuck Bluepoint's working on. There's so many studios from PlayStation and nobody has a track record on any of them except Insomniac. We know Insomniac is making Spider-Man 2. That shit is coming. And then we know Wolverine's coming after that. Who else has a log of what the fuck they're working on? Nobody else at PlayStation. That is fucking crazy. Nobody else at PlayStation has a log on what they're making. Not a single PlayStation studio has something announced. That's dark. That shows that Jim need to be out of there. But they need to make his ass stay because there's no reason this should be going on. Why everybody remaking and remastering their games from PlayStation 4 and then not having anything slated to come after? Most of these studios finished their games 2 and 3 years ago. They had plenty of fucking time. Big studios finished their game on the PlayStation 4 generation, bro. And they still have nothing slated to come out. Sony just has a whole studio open, full of employees, not working. Is that what they're trying to tell us? That doesn't make sense, bro. I don't run studios, bro. I run restaurants, but like from a management standpoint, it doesn't make sense to have this. Just like me telling somebody to go open a store, right? But don't make no food. Just open the store. Don't make no food, bro. So everybody come there. They want to buy some. Nah, we ain't making food today. Why y'all open then? Why are they open? That is the logic that's going on right now with PlayStation. But they do get a Call of Duty deal this year. The next Call of Duty is definitely getting a PlayStation exclusive skin. They're getting early access to the beta. They get double XP. Oh my god, Sony definitely got that Call of Duty deal. But none of their studios are making any games. This is sad out here for PlayStation, bro. Bro, in other bad PlayStation fucking news, Sony got fucking hacked, nigga. Oh my god, bro. Sony got hacked. In the midst of all this shit going on, some random ass hackers hacked Sony, ransomed out their content. And it's like Sony didn't budge. That's good. They shouldn't be like, oh no, panic. Because I don't know how much data they lost specifically, but it wasn't nothing too crazy that like endangered their customers. Not this time anyway. So I mean they kept it pretty hush hush until they contained the breach and whatever the hell happened. But they got hacked again, bro. PlayStation, y'all haven't upped y'all security network. Do you need to go talk to Google and get some encryption or something, bro? There's no reason Sony should be in the news this much and nothing good comes out of it. Zero good things is coming out of PlayStation. At this very fucking moment, nothing good is coming out of PlayStation. Except Insomniac. Which, I mean, people trying to spell doom and gloom for Spider-Man. That's crazy, bro. You know Spider-Man is going to be a great game. Everybody knows Spider-Man was a great game. Remastered Spider-Man was a great game. I mean, it was the same game, but you understand what I mean. Miles was a DLC, but it was his own game, and it was a great game. So, of course, Spider-Man 2 is going to be fucking good, bro. We all know it's going to be good. Nobody needs to doubt that from Insomniac, but, like, that's all Sony has, nigga. That's literally all Sony has. And this is a dark time for PlayStation. For the PlayStation platform, for the PlayStation console, for the PlayStation fans. It's a dark time. Because they have nothing else. The showcases they had, garbage. All the showcases they had this year were garbage from PlayStation. Even when Jeff Keighley put the same showcase on the second time, still trash. Activision Blizzard deal didn't go Sony's way. Nothing is going Sony's way all year. And then other news came out from Sony. They they're blocking KOTOR. Where KOTOR remake at, Sony, bro? We've been looking for this game ever since you announced it like 2 years ago. We've been looking for KOTOR's remake, and they're hiding it. They hit the trailer for it, and then it came out that the music was copyrighted. So they hit the thing until they can get the copyright thing started. Okay, that's reasonable, I guess, from a whole corporation. You can't get copyright rights to a song for a trailer that you literally created that song with. Oh my goodness, that's one thing. But then they went on a PlayStation Twitter and found out that all the KOTOR remake news has been wiped off the PlayStation Twitter account. All the announcements for KOTOR's remake is gone. What the fuck? Nigga, KOTOR was a big ass deal when it launched on the original fucking Xbox, when BioWare created that amazing ass game. When Obsidian made the second fucking game. What the hell is Sony doing with KOTOR's remake? We heard all the... I spelled doom and gloom for KOTOR when Sony first announced it and they was going to make that bitch a third-person action game. I was already saying, what the fuck is Sony doing to KOTOR? But now they're hiding it? They're not talking about it? We get no news out of Aspire, out of Saber, out of Embracer, out of Sony, out of PlayStation. Nobody knows anything. KOTOR doesn't exist no more. That's crazy. That is that's some of the dumbest shit that could possibly be happening right now. Sony, that's like one of the last games you announced to be coming besides Wolverine, and you don't have any news on it. No news at all. That is fucking crazy. I don't know why PlayStation is struggling so hard right now. Maybe because Jimothy is going out. And he was fucking up the whole time he was in. He's only been in for 3 years. Just to think, the whole time Jimothy has been in charge of PlayStation, of SIE, nothing good has really came out from PlayStation side. All that PlayStation 4 shit they remastered and put out, that's fine. Those are remasters that they put out. That's not Jimothy. Jim has nothing but PlayStation VR 2, which again is not doing well. That was this year too, wasn't it? Damn, PlayStation VR 2 came out this year, bro. And that's just already scuffed. I think the fucking controller Wii U thing that PlayStation has, I heard it was selling well one day. I think DualShockers or somebody put out an article said it's actually selling well, like somewhere. But I'm like, is it selling well everywhere though? No, it's not selling well everywhere. The fucking Wii U for the PlayStation 5 is definitely a dead on arrival thing as well. It is crazy out here for PlayStation. It is crazy out here for PlayStation. They only have fucking bad news. And then companies create bad news for Xbox. Because everything is just going well. Everything's just going well. So they really have to just create bad news for Xbox. Because everything is going fucking well. Because Redfall finally have their 60 frames per second update. That's a why did it take 6 months? Who knows? They had to really work on the game. They actually made the game over. That's kind of what it seems like. When you see the patch notes and all the features that they add to Redfall, you gotta think back to yourself like, why wasn't that shit in Redfall when it launched? Like 60 frames, I don't really care about that because the game felt really good at 30. I don't know. People cried about 60 frames. That's one thing. Like you can cry about that all day. Starfield still did well on console for 30 frames per second because it still feels good. The animation speed of the game, it feels different from like an old 30 frames per second game. So I don't know. They do something at Bethesda to make 30 frames feel all right. It's still not 60. You're not, blending motion shit like that, but like it feels good to play. It doesn't feel horrible. But like stealth takedowns. Why the fuck was that not in Redfall at launch? You literally supposed to be stealthy in the game most of the time. You're sneaking around, sleeping vampires and shit, but you can't stealth take down anybody. You literally hit the ass with your fucking gun. It was one of those things, and I'm like, that should have been in there. There was other things that should have been in there. It was so cool, Breeze. There was other things that should have been in Redfall when it came the fuck out. And they added that in now. On top of adding 60 frames, because 60 frames was going to save Redfall or something like that. It fucking wasn't. But they improved the AI. They added stealth takedowns. They added more variation of things. And I'm like, okay, now this is the Redfall people wanted. Kind of how this is the Cyberpunk that everybody wanted. Now Cyberpunk is a peak game. People don't remember Cyberpunk came out a garbage piece, like a straight catastrophe. But now is a better game than every game that ever came out. After fucking 3 years and how many updates? Yeah, Redfall did it in 6 months. They Metacritic score is definitely not going up for it though. But Redfall was a good game when it launched. It wasn't bad. I played it up until it was fucking broken and we couldn't play it no more. So I mean, you said the timing of this update though. Yeah, I mean, it's like 6 months seem like a long time, but it's also a short time. Just thinking of how long it took other developers to get their broken game to functional. That means Redfall probably just needed 6 more months to be the game that needed to launch. But they didn't give that to them. Like if it just needed this much more time. It probably didn't need this much more time. It probably needed 3 months of them just working on the fucking game. And it would have came out probably in August. and then Starfield comes out in September, that shit would have been fine, bro. It would have been fine. Nobody would have said that. Yeah, there's hella games out. So I mean, I don't think this Redfall update is for them to revive the name that is Redfall. I think it's just to give the fans of Redfall what they already wanted from the game anyway. What they already expected from the game anyway. So I mean, the update comes out, people get the Redfall that they actually wanted, so they can go play it. The people that want to play it. I mean, I've been playing Starfield. I went through one go round. I'm going through a second go round right now. Having a good time. I've been playing Liza P in Game Pass. Phenomenal fucking game. Liza P is slept on right now, bro. Liza P is so slept on right now. It's probably the best Souls like to ever come out. It's not a. It's not. I mean, it feels almost like Miyazaki just made a child game of Bloodborne. You said Hollow Knife, yeah? Ain't that the stealth the stealth DLC that's coming out for High on Life with new chainsaw knife and stuff? It looked kind of funny. It did look kind of funny. Yeah, like in this time right now, like Assassin's Creed is coming out, or I think it came out on Friday. But I heard it got really bad fucking reviews. Everything has been reviewing so fucking weird too. Like I don't know what's going on with reviewers since PlayStation doesn't have anything until Spider-Man. The only good reviewed content this year has been Zelda and Baldur's Gate. Nothing else this year has really reviewed like highly regarded. We know why Zelda's highly regarded. We don't really know why Baldur's Gate 3 is highly regarded. Besides it being like, a big evolution of that type of game. But it was badly broken. And it's still badly broken. They're still updating this game. And it's out on two platforms. And they're still adding things to this game and fixing this game as we speak now. There was just another update to come out. So I mean, like, other than that, everything Xbox released this year has been an 80, except Redfall, which was like a 70. Which is crazy because Xbox released so many good things this year, and all of them bitches are 80. You said it's stupid how clean High on Life feels. Like you mean like gameplay, like on the controller? I mean, that's good. It feels good. It plays good. Is it? See, I haven't seen nobody play it because I didn't even know it was like out completely yet. Because of high key, I thought it came out next week, like on Tuesday or something. I don't know why I thought it came out next fucking Tuesday. Hold on, let me. How the hell does it not pop up? What the fuck? This is a thing that exists. This bitch been out for a while. What the fuck? You said they did something extra? Cause I mean, High on Life felt good. High on Life actually felt really good. The aiming was weird as shit, but like once you like get past the like auto aim thing that they had in the game, because it's comedic, it's funny. So like you didn't really have to try too hard to like shoot people because the gun kind of did it for you. And then Knifey was just amazing, bro. Knifey was probably my favorite character in the game. But I mean, what did they do different with the DLC? Because the game felt good. From what I heard, anyway. I mean, I played High on Life. You said High on Life felt good, but this is different. See, now you're gonna make me like want to play that shit. How much the DLC costs? I wonder if it's like $30 or something. It's probably a $30 DLC. You say you know once you play it. Okay, I gotta go look for it. Get high on knife. Add it to the catalog. It's only $13. Oh, I thought it was gonna. I actually thought it was gonna be expensive. It's a $13 DLC actually. It's not bad. It's not bad. Squanch Games. They try to shit on High on Life, bro. We know what the critics did. Fucking chainsaw knifey. Yeah, because everything Xbox related, everything that has Xbox next to it gets fucking critically destroyed, bro. We don't know what the hell it is. But yeah, High on Life got that shit. Liza P high key got that shit. Because Liza P is an amazing game, but it didn't score well because it's in Game Pass. That's exactly why. Well, I mean, it didn't score bad, but it definitely should have scored higher. Everything Xbox related has been rated kind of low. Where it's always been 80 something. That like I don't understand. Like Starfield getting an 80. It's what did it start at? Like an 86, and now is it like an 83 because more people just keep putting their ratings on Xbox. And it's crazy because the PC rating hasn't went down, but the Xbox console rating of Starfield has tanked from like an 87 to like an 83. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there? You said, all right, enough Hollow Knight. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely about to get that DLC, bro. It's $13. That's actually this is pretty cost efficient. And you said it's actually gonna be a new kind of feeling to how High on Life had their thing. Which I mean, if they just made improvements to like animation and gunplay and stuff like that, it's gonna be an even better experience. But yeah, I think High Five was like what an 87 or 89. High Five was 80 something, like high 80s. Starfield started off high 80s, and now it's low 80s. Liza P is like an 81. What else came out this year? I think Minecraft was like an 80 something. You said no lie, you uninstall Starfield. You didn't fuck with it. I play the fuck out of Starfield, bro. Yeah, because I kind of mesh with the idea Bethesda had behind the game. A lot of people won't because like it's not a typical Bethesda run, even though it feels like it is. Like when a lot of people that talk about Starfield, they talk about how it feels like this, like oh it's kind of like this, but like it's all those things and it's none of them. Like people are like oh it's Fallout in space, but it's nothing like Fallout. Or people like walk around and you want to discover things like Skyrim, but it's nothing like Skyrim. So it's like everything Bethesda has made before Starfield kind of like skewed people's perception of what they wanted Starfield to be. And that's why nobody can agree on how Starfield is for them. Everybody says something different. You said Cyberpunk got you in a chokehold. See, I went back to Cyberpunk and it's definitely in a better spot now, but now I gotta start the fuck over because I don't remember how to play the game. So I'm still dreading the starting over part because I've already played through the game and enjoyed it. So I'm like, now I gotta do all this shit again so I can relearn the new systems that they put into the game because it wasn't there when I played it the first time. So I high key just don't feel like starting over completely. I already started over. I made a video on it. So I've been playing the game, but I also been playing new things. Because like yeah, I went back to Cyberpunk while I was playing Starfield. And then I started playing Liza P when it came out. And there's so many more new things coming down the pipeline that, like, am I really gonna go back to Cyberpunk? I already finished it. I beat the game like 3 times. I got all the endings, so like the DLC came out, and yeah, I want to see it, but I already got spoiled on the DLC and stuff. So I'm like, it's not like something I really gotta urgently get to. But all the new things, I definitely want to urgently get to, and there's so many of them just piling up. Like you just said, Hound Knife, I gotta add that to the catalog. And there's still so many things I haven't finished from this year alone. They're like 3-year-old Cyberpunk. I'm gonna definitely give it another chance because 2.0 is everything we want from Cyberpunk. It's just like I can't put it that high on my priority list, even though I enjoyed the game before. Like I definitely enjoyed the game before, but like now that it's better, do I really give it a slot when there's so many other games that could be good too? I don't know. I don't know. And there's so many games on the palette right now, and there's so many on the menu coming down the list, bro. Ingredients are just getting ready. They whipping them up in the kitchen, and they're dropping. I like when Dark Tide comes to Xbox. I'm definitely gonna play that shit. It should have been on Xbox 2 years ago. What the fuck happened to it? I don't know. But like Dark Tide's coming to Xbox, I'm definitely gonna try it out, give it its due diligence. But like, you say you went on a game a game buying spree. See, I almost did that. You don't understand. I almost did that. The sales were going on Xbox, and I was looking at them hoes, and I was like, I should just buy all this shit. I ended up not doing it because I didn't have time because I've been working hellas. So I haven't been having too much time to play games outside of what I make for content when I'm uploading. When I play Liza P, that's why I just upload some of those videos of me like fighting bosses and stuff like that, progressing through the game. And I finished Starfield the first time. I'm going through it the second time playing through it. So I've just been casually on and off of that. I've been revisiting old games. I went back to fucking Hogwarts Legacy. That shit's still a bang, bro. And I swear, I'm getting close to the end, and it's still a phenomenal game. Like, if I had to choose my, like, top 5 games this year so far, it'd probably be Starfield, Hogwarts Legacy, fucking, what is it called? Conrad Major. What the fuck is that game called? The Russian game. Damn, I forgot the name of it because I really liked that fucking game. It was in Game Pass. Hi-Fi was good. And what else? What would be the 5th game? I mean, I could say Redfall because I actually enjoyed fucking Redfall. A lot of people didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed the fuck out of Redfall. I'm definitely gonna go back and finish the story because we got like, I don't know if we were halfway through the game. Maybe we're like 35%, and then the game just fucking broke. The game just broke. So I mean, we couldn't even finish the fucking game. So I'm gonna definitely go back and play Redfall to give it his go round. But like, I still gotta play like Baldur's Gate 3. I could have got it a long time ago on PC, but I just wait for it to come to Xbox. It's fine. I can wait on it. There's plenty of shit to play. Dark Tide is coming. I'm gonna play Forza when it drops in Game Pass because I'm not a Forza fan. But I've heard so many good things about Forza that like looking at the reviews for Forza is crazy because there's so many people that are upset that Forza is a racing game. In the reviews, like critics are like, it's a racing game and it's pure racing. And they like, there's no variety here. And it's like, it's a motorsport racing game, bro. All you do is drive. That is fucking it in a racing game. All you do is drive. And there's so many critics giving it fucking 70s because it's a racing game with racing in it. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But it's critics, and they're looking at an Xbox game, and they're like, yeah, that's not enough. Even though they say it got the most content out of any fucking Forza game before it. It's great. It looks great. It feels great to drive in. But oh, it just doesn't have enough in it. And I'm like, what's not enough when you say it has everything? I don't know. They don't know either, but they write the reviews, and then we get to see that shit. So Forza's like an 80 something. And I'm like, damn, Xbox is the 80s machine, bro. They just make good games now. They can't make great games. They can't make critically acclaimed games, but they can make good ones. There's games that came out garbage and they're higher rated than fucking Halo Infinite. And it's like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy, bro. You said you uninstalled 5 now, you back on 4? It's jumped and Peep stayed on 4. I mean, Forza Horizon 4, it still gets support, don't it? I think it still gets some support. I don't think they completely abandoned that game. So I mean, it's understandable why people go back. A lot of like there was some reviewer, I forget what the fuck review I read, but they were upset that Forza Motorsport 7 is gone because they liked it so much. So they they gave Forza Motorsport right now a bad score because they think 7 was better. Not because this game is a bad game. It's because they just saw 7 was a better game. And 7 is gone now. And I'm like, what the fuck is these reviews, nigga? You said 5 be feeling like a ghost town? I mean, it's 3 years old now, ain't it? It is kind of like an MMO racing game, but like, how long does racing games' lives really last? Like for like the online community's sake of like the racing game, because I played through most of the like quest of Forza Horizon 5, which is probably Microsoft's highest rated game this generation. I think Forza Horizon 5 is Microsoft's highest rated game this generation. But like how much can you get out of a driving game? Like an online driving game that you can play for like 3 years and still just be in there. I don't know. Because I think 4 has hella a way more DLC than fucking 5 does too. The 5 has just been the most accessible. I guess because it's going on Game Pass everywhere. You can play it in the cloud. So I mean more people probably play 5. But I think 4 just has like a dedicated fan base because 4 was just a better supported game. Because what are they doing now for Forza Horizon? Because Playground has to work on Fable. So I don't even think they can support Forza Horizon 5 no more. So I think they got like 1 or 2 DLC. And they were all into to make Fable. I don't think they could support Forza Horizon 5 like they did 4. That's probably why everybody went back. Because like you have every car in 4 anyway. And all the DLC is going to be there. And it's hella cheap. So if you don't have it, you can literally buy in for like $20. Have all the DLC, being there in a popping community, having a good time. And it's a great racing game. So I can see that. But yeah, I'm not a real Forza fan, so I can't really see the want to play Forza more than like I don't know, a couple weeks anyway. But I mean, I don't even know what type of game Forza Horizon is. It's an arcade racing game, I know. But it doesn't feel like an arcade racing game that I would play. Cause I'm still stuck in the Midnight Club era, bro. I think that's my fault. I'm still stuck in the Midnight Club way of driving that I hate driving in new racing games. So I really don't see the appeal of playing them for more than a couple times, like a month, if that. Cause like I played some simulation racing games. I've been playing some F1. I've been playing what is the other one called? I forget what the fuck it's called. It's made by EA. Because F1 is made by EA. There's another one made by EA. I've been playing a whole lot of like simulation racing games. And they're alright. I mean, they're cool, but I can play like 3 races and then be done for the game for months. I don't need to play more of it. Because the racing all feels like the same. It's just when you race against like real people versus AI and winning races. Like if you really enjoy winning races, I understand. But like I like playing games where I can do a whole lot of shit all at the same time. So that's why I be playing the fuck out of Starfield. And I'm gonna go give Redfall a fucking try. At 60 frames. I need to make a video on it. Because that shit might actually pop. A little bit. Did they fix the fucking matchmaking? Hold on, let's look up what the fuck they actually did to Redfall. You say you never thought you would uninstall 5? I mean, 5 was a big ass game though. So like if you needed the space and it's one of those things you could like, okay, I could go without 5. That makes sense. That makes sense. Like it's all right. I mean, you could play it in the cloud too. So like if you really want to just jump back in it real fast, just cloud game that whole from Game Pass and play it real quick. Stephanie, what the hell did they add to the game? Cause I just need to see the motherfucking patch notes. Move, get the fuck out of here. Arcane Studios. Performance and stability. These are all PC issues. Vaulting and mantle indicator. Okay. They fixed the mission boards, which is lovely. That's one thing we actually needed. You say it was getting low key dry. I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like they probably stopped supporting the game because they got to work on Fable. So they like the team working on it probably can't make DLC as fast as they could for 4. Gameplay improvements. They improved the aim assist. You said both of us on the Microsoft Store. I mean, yeah, I am on the Microsoft Store, like on Xbox. Yeah, because I'm on High on Knife. I'm probably download it when I'm done with the stream. They fix like bug issues. They put takedowns in. They increase the population of all the enemies. Hold on, what did they read? Damn, I fucking missed it. You said Sony fanboys won't ever see that Sony is in trouble. The one game that kept them afloat with marketing is done. The next week, marketing goes to Xbox. I mean, no, it's gonna stay Sony marketing this year. They already have Sony marketing for it this year. Sony already prepaid for that. So I mean, next week, Microsoft announces that they own Activision Blizzard. Everybody giving them a round of applause. But they're gonna go through a whole year of Sony having everything from Call of Duty. Just like Bethesda went through everything with not Redfall, with Ghostwire and Deathloop. It's gonna be the same runaround. So once Microsoft closes the deal, Sony still gets the victory lap of Call of Duty this year. So if it's a great, amazing Call of Duty, Sony's gonna get all the credit for it because they have the marketing rights for it. Everybody's gonna play it on PlayStation. They get betas early. They get exclusive skins, and Xbox just have to hold the bag and wait until next year. They're literally just gonna hold the bag and wait until next year because they have to. Sony already prepaid, and they're not gonna abolish that contract with Activision. They already said they're gonna, they're gonna stand 10. They're gonna let Sony take their victory lap, and then everything after that is on Microsoft's terms. They can give Sony whatever the fuck they want. They can give Sony a motherfucking crumb, and they have to take that shit because they already signed the paper. Give Sony half a fucking Call of Duty. They ain't got shit to do with us, bro. It's just marketing. That's exactly that's exactly what Sony said it was. It's just marketing. When we get exclusive things on our platform, it's just marketing, bro. It's nothing special. So when Microsoft do that with the next Call of Duty and Sony only gets half of it, I mean, you say every Call of Duty from 2021 to 2006 would be in Game Pass. I believe it. I don't know how fast. I believe it's definitely going to be a flood of Activision titles going into Game Pass. See, the one thing I'm looking forward to from the Activision thing has never been Call of Duty. It's never been Call of Duty. What I want from Xbox and Activision's deal is Alex Mercer to come back and Prototype be the fucking superhero game that Xbox needs. Sony has Spider-Man. Spider-Man is great. Insomniac has been doing a beautiful job running the fuck out of New York City. They added some boroughs. They got a whole system going over there. But we need Alex Mercer back. Prototype needs to come back. We need our friendly neighborhood slaughterfest that is Alex Mercer, that is the Prototype franchise. We need that back. Go ahead and reboot that. Let somebody run the mill of it and let's have a good time. You say you're just gonna play the campaigns. Phil said he already wants those games to come back. Yeah, like Prototype just needs a revival. Because everybody thought Microsoft was gonna get to buy Rocksteady and stuff and buy WB, but they end up not selling. Really. They end up just merging with fucking HBO or something. I forget who the hell they merged with. I forgot. I covered that so long ago. But yeah, like Microsoft just needs Alex Mercer, bro. You said he wants to going to get the teams and see what they want to do. I mean, yeah, they definitely need to diversify the teams. Like we need Blizzard to stop just making Diablo. We need them to just stop making Diablo, bro, because like that's all Blizzard is making, Diablo and fucking Overwatch. Get out of here. All fucking 12 teams working on one Call of Duty game. That has to stop. Microsoft have to end that. Let the 3-team cycle go on and let Toys for Bob go make fucking platformers again. Let motherfucking Knox go make something else. Like it is crazy how every studio works on Call of Duty now at Activision. And then every Blizzard studio works on fucking Diablo and Overwatch. Yeah, you said Blizzard has 2 games in development. We don't know what they are though. And they're really trying to revive Diablo 4, which I mean, I enjoyed Diablo 4. The main campaign was good. The MMO element of Diablo 4 is scuffed. It's bad. They shouldn't have went that route. That's why everybody went back to Diablo 3. You said Infinity Ward has a game coming not named COD. Where did you hear that from? I didn't hear that. Infinity Ward is making a different fucking game. It's still gonna be a shooting game though, ain't it? They can write some good stories. Infinity Ward has some good writers, bro. The Modern Warfare series has had some of the best campaigns in Call of Duty. I mean, not better than Black Ops, but like, once Black Ops 3 and 4 came, like, nobody really cared about Black Ops. But 1 and 2, perfect writing, bro. You said Blizzard had a survival game, Infinity Ward. You said I have to get out more. What do you mean? This is called Gaming News Weekly for a reason. I cover gaming news weekly, bro. I don't know when the hell that news came out. I must have been on vacation. Who knows, bro? Because I went on vacation in August. But I heard about the Blizzard stuff. That's not really confirmed too much. But the Infinity World stuff is definitely new. Because they said they're working on those. But, you know, things get scrapped all the time. Just like the leaks from Microsoft came out. And they was like, oh, Bethesda's remastering these games. Like, they're not. You think Microsoft is going to just let Bethesda remaster 2 classic games when the bitches are already upscaled on Xbox? No, they're not doing it. They're going to have Bethesda work on new things so Microsoft can have more Bethesda games. They don't need to resell the old ones. You said, yeah, that news was floating around before August. Oh, then I probably talked about it during the whole trial thing. Cause yeah, that's when all that news was floating around. And it didn't hold much weight to it because there was no real news about it outside of the trial. So I mean, it's still rumors. Good rumors, bad rumors, I mean it's still rumors. So I don't really cover those mostly. I just cover mostly confirmed news. You said Bethesda, but you see, a lot of people say Bethesda are remastering those games. Who are they remastering it for though? Because remember, they were working on those 2 games before Microsoft bought them. Why? Because they needed the money. They don't need the money anymore. Because those would have been excellent cash grabs. You think I wasn't buying Oblivion? That is my favorite Bethesda game. You think I wasn't gonna buy that shit again? I was definitely gonna buy that shit again. But now they don't need to remake those. Yeah, he sold the only one he ever resold was Skyrim. Because Skyrim was just that prolific, bro. Skyrim was just that impactful that he sold that bitch for 10 years. Oblivion didn't get that type of hype, mostly because it was an Xbox game. Oblivion never got the respect it deserved because it was an Xbox game. Just like Starfield would never get the respect it deserves. Why? Because it was an Xbox game. But then remaking Oblivion again makes no sense now because it's already backwards compatible on Xbox, running 4K 60. It doesn't look prettier. But who does it need to look pretty for? Because PC people are still playing Oblivion, Xbox people are still playing Oblivion. Microsoft doesn't really give a fuck about the PlayStation platform in the sense of Bethesda games, so they will only remake the game to sell to PlayStation and sell to Nintendo. Because who on Xbox really needs to buy it? Nobody, because everybody that has Oblivion already played the fucking game. I 100%ed that fucking game. Like Oblivion doesn't need a remake. None of those Fallout 3. Because it's in that same situation. The only people that really need to buy the game is like how Rockstar did with Red Dead Redemption. They only sell it to Nintendo and PlayStation. Why? Because those are the people that need to buy it. We have the original versions on Xbox. We don't need to buy the remastered version of those games. It won't give us any incentive to do that. So those remakes are probably scrapped. That is how I came to that conclusion. Why everybody think those games are still getting remastered doesn't make any sense. Todd Howard still has two big ass games to make. He's still working with Machine Games to make Indiana Jones. And then he still has to finish working on all the pre-work for fucking Elder Scrolls 6. He doesn't have time to be remaking games no more. They definitely scrapped that shit. There's no way they're still working on remakes, remasters of these old ass games. They don't need it no more. Because they would have made a lot of money. Because they would have dropped it probably in the years before Starfield came out to make all the money that they fucking could, just in case Starfield didn't hit that well. But then Microsoft bought them. Starfield still hit pretty well. And it went in Game Pass. They don't really need the fucking money no more. Microsoft has plenty of it. Just supplement them. Why would they need to remake those games? Shorty's in Miami. What? You gotta pay attention, my boy. You getting distracted? That's not good, bro. You gotta stay disciplined. Stay in 10. Can't be getting distracted by no girls, bro. You got things to do. You gotta be busy. But yeah, the Activision deal being done is definitely on the horizon. And Game Pass will see the benefit of it for sure. Nvidia will see the benefit of it. They gotta feed Game Pass with new things. And like, I mean ancient things. So like if they remade Morrowind, that would make sense. If they remade Daggerfall, that would make sense. Because nobody played those on console. Those are PC games. So if those got remade and Xbox got to sell them and put them on Game Pass, that would make sense, bro. But Oblivion and Fallout 3 are already in Game Pass and are already available to everybody on the Xbox ecosystem. That doesn't make sense to remake those games to sell them or to put them on Game Pass. That means you have two versions of Oblivion on Game Pass. Why? They're exactly the same game. One's going to look prettier. They're not going to delist the old one. Why? Because backwards compatibility is purely supported on Xbox. It doesn't make financial sense either. Why would they be spending all this money to remaster or remake a game that they already put all this money into to get it running backwards compatible for everybody that owns the game already? No, hey, it's not just where I'm from, bro. It's just I'm not easily distracted, especially by women. That's just too easy, bro. That's just too easy. I'm too old now, nigga. I already did that for like 12 years. I don't like my girl in the other room, bro. I'm fine. You said we'll go back to the top when they announced it in June. We gotta wait a whole year? Damn. Why would it take so long? They're just remastering the game. They could sell it to PlayStation for sure. Just like uh Quake 2. Quake 2 came out, remade, remastered. You said people are praying they bring back Transformers games. I mean, even Hasbro's is praying they bring back Transformers games. Hasbro's themselves was like, "Hey, bro, if y'all find the original codes, please, bro, just get those games out there because Transformers definitely needs a revival. Cause like the movies are doing well, they're not doing bad. It's just like the IP in every other instance is not there. So they really need Transformers games to come back so Transformers can be a big blockbuster hit again. Because it's not producing as much as it used to. Especially like the first like two Transformers movies. And then all the games that came out of Activision from that. Fucking Cybertron and shit. Those are good. We need to bring that back. I know skateboarding games aren't that big a deal now. I've been playing hella fucking skate. Cause you know MMO skate is coming from EA. Been playing hellas of that shit behind the scenes. I can definitely say that. I ain't showing anything. I ain't breaking NDA to just say I've been playing it, but I've been playing hella fucking skate. And it's coming along pretty well. It's actually really fucking fun. I'm a skate fan, but like if they bring back Tony Hawk and give the next skate something to actually battle against, skate would only grow and get better. And we need more of those types of games. We don't just need Call of Duty from Activision. We had so much from Activision back in the day. I used to love to see the Activision logo to pop up on some games. And then they just got scuffed and started making Call of Duty. Why? Because they were hidden. Battlefield was dropping off. Halo was dropping off. There wasn't real competition in the shooter genre because Call of Duty just took the fuck over. Everybody liked Call of Duty. I fuck with Call of Duty hard. Not no more, in a sense, because I mean, I don't really be playing shooters like that nowadays. But I mean, for a long stretch of time, after Halo 3 and Battlefield 3, it was only Call of Duty. Until Halo Infinite came out. That's exactly what happened to probably everybody that played shooting games in the peak era of shooting games. It went from Halo 3. You said you bet Oblivion is already done, and they just need to know where to drop it. I mean, it probably is already done. It probably wasn't that hard to remaster the game. The PC version of the game is already in the engine. They could just put that motherfucker on Creation Engine 2, just port it over real quick. Update some textures because that's what the modders are doing. But they have to rebuild the whole game from scratch because they have the creation kit. It's just they have to rebuild the whole game from scratch in a new engine. Bethesda don't have to do that. They can literally take that old ass creation engine because they're still using it, slap that bitch in the updated one. Obsidian is already the hit factor, bro. Obsidian is already the hit factor for Xbox, just like Insomniac is the hit factor for PlayStation. They're identically the same studio, high key, because those two studios hasn't missed on their respective platforms. Even when they didn't work for Xbox and PlayStation, what do you call it, exclusively, they still didn't fucking miss. Obsidian doesn't have a bad game. I don't think Insomniac has a bad game. And now they respectfully work for two of the biggest gaming corporations in the world. And they're still hitting every time. when the next Obsidian game comes out, which is Avowed, and then the game that comes out after that, which is Outer Worlds 2, both of them bitches are gonna hit. Just like we know Spider-Man 2 is coming out, that bitch is about to bang, and we know the game after that, which is Wolverine, is definitely gonna fucking bang. Because it's Obsidian. I mean, it's Insomniac. Those are two studios that we know are gonna they're just gonna hit off. Because the creativity is just crazy from those studios. The versatility is crazy from those studios. What I don't like is that Sony doesn't let Insomniac make more games. Why the hell are they only making superhero games? I mean, I guess they get to make Ratchet and Clank, but like, what the fuck? Ratchet and Clank? That's it? They get to make bullshit ass Ratchet and Clank, which, I mean, they do a phenomenal job with it, but there's not much creative freedom in Ratchet and Clank. And then Spider Man. And then after that, Wolverine, another superhero game. Like, let them make something different. Insomniac has made, I mean, Obsidian has made Grounded. They've made Pentiment. They've made Outer Worlds. They made fucking Avowed out of fucking Pillars of Eternity. They've made so many different genres of games, so many different types of games that, like, Microsoft can literally just throw their ass a check and let their ass get to work. And they're going to produce something good. Pentiment was a great fucking game. People didn't play it because it was like hand drawn and it was like sketch art, but it was a really good fucking game. Would they give it a try? No, it ain't AAA. Niggas don't play like indie level games no more. They don't want to play something unique and creative. No, they want to play the next fucking rendition of the same formula of every game that comes out. You said Obsidian got about 3 games coming. Double Fine had 1. Machine Games got Indiana Jones and Wolverine. I mean, in Wolfenstein. You say won't see Wolfenstein for a minute. Coalition is just straight monsters. Coalition is Xbox's best studio. I think I said that earlier in the show before you showed up. Coalition is everybody. I mean, is Microsoft's best studio. Just like Naughty Dog is technically Sony's best studio. Yeah, Pentiment was great, bro. I like the writing. Oh my god, Pentiment was so funny, and it was one of the. It was like a weird. It was a weird type of RPG. I've never played anything like it, so I can't really describe it in like a similarity way to something that I played before because Pentiment was so different. But yeah, like Coalition is Microsoft's fucking A-list studio. Just like Naughty Dog is Sony's A-list studio. You say I just got too much to play. Starfield is life right now. I just finished my first playthrough of Starfield a while ago. I uploaded the video. I'm playing through the second time, and I'm playing the fuck out of Liza P, which is probably my favorite Souls-like. Liza P might be my favorite Souls-like game, and it did not get the respect it deserved from the critics. It's such a well put together, clean ass game. Everything functions so well. The world is so, I can't say believable because it's like Pinocchio, but it's so like detailed that the way things are happening in the world, the stories are believable inside the world. Liza P did not get the fucking recognition it deserved, bro. Mostly because it went to Game Pass. And people throw the Game Pass tax on every game that debuts in Game Pass day one, and they criticize it. Criticize the fuck out of it. But it's definitely a good play if you haven't played it already. And it's one of those games that like when you play Liza P, I don't think it's as punishing as an actual Miyazaki Souls game. But it still gives you the sense of accomplishment that like a Souls game would actually give. The level design is just perfectly crafted for the most part. I think I'm like what 4 or 5 bosses in. How many bosses have I killed? I need to go look on the YouTube. On the YouTubes, because I think I uploaded all the bosses except maybe one that I've killed so far. You say you're doing a UC guard mission? Oh my goodness. I think that's the best quest line in the game. I'm not gonna spoil it for you because you're playing it right now. But the UC Vanguard, I think I made a video on it. I didn't play the story because I was playing through the game. It's just like the writing in that storyline has to be some of the best shit Bethesda's ever wrote. And I think I played all of Bethesda except for like the two on PC, which is Arena and Daggerfall. I think I played every other Bethesda game, like mainline Bethesda game anyway. And that shit's crazy. You said they will always hate on Game Pass because if they don't, they'll have to admit that Sony and Jim Ryan Game Pass is sustainable. I mean, it's already sustaining and is making money. They see that, but they don't think it's going to be sustainable in long term. But that's why Microsoft is investing right now. Because eventually, Game Pass is going to be everything. Which people are not going to like that. You know, people love their physical media. People love like the install base of a console. They love like the idea of having a box that you play games on. But I mean, you could just get a PC if you really want that, and you have full control of your hardware all the time. But like people enjoy like the theory of console, like the thought of it, and like physical media. We all know where that's going. So a lot of people fight against Game Pass. Why? Because it's making it easier for developers to not make physical copies of games. Why? Because it's gonna be on a big ass distribution platform that is Game Pass. One of the biggest distribution platforms in the world is Game Pass. At the moment, it's Steam, Game Pass, nigga, and then PlayStation Network. Because the Microsoft Store isn't used as much as Game Pass is. In all reality, I mean, you kind of have to use it on Xbox, but if every game comes to Game Pass anyway, you don't really open up the store unless like you see a sales tag on the home screen or something. You're like, okay, go on a sale real quick. Let me see what they got. Because if you're not following third-party developers and when their games are launching that you kind of have to buy, Game Pass drops are literally feeding us. They've been feeding us for months, and I'm still eating good off that shit. There's not nothing. I don't think I bought many things outside of things that dropped in Game Pass all year. What the fuck did I buy outside of like a game that came out outside of Game Pass that I finished? I can't fucking remember. Because everything is kind of dropped in Game Pass, and which got me to play it, and it got me to like it, which got me to buy it. But yeah, I don't think I bought anything outside of games that came to Game Pass. High key. I think I've really just been buying Game Pass games. Or like not even buying them in general because like I mean I have Game Pass. What the fuck did I buy? I guess Hogwarts Legacy was this year that I bought. What else? That was outside of Game Pass that launched this year that I bought. Scorn launched in Game Pass, so that doesn't fucking count. Oh, Diablo. Diablo is the only other thing I bought this year that didn't drop in Game Pass. But all the games that I played in Game Pass that I liked, I bought those. Or if they were just in Game Pass and I want to play them. Because like Starfield and shit, I bought the Legendary Edition of that. Diablo bought the Legendary Edition of that. Hogwarts Legacy bought the Legendary Edition of that. Because those are games I knew I was going to play. Like those are games I was looking forward to. So I was buying them bitches no matter what. But then like other games like trickle into Game Pass and then like go on sale. Get the Game Pass deals on there. Yeah, I buy those. But yeah, Game Pass is probably the biggest exclusive, distribution platform for Xbox at the moment. So it's only going to grow. And then Microsoft is only going to push it more. And a lot of people don't like that idea. But I mean, you can't really stop it. It's the future of gaming. And it's so accessible that like, why would nobody want it? The casual gamers are going to love that shit. Especially when they get inside TVs. All you need is a controller, no box, just internet and a controller. It's going to fucking work. And everybody's going to use it. But it is a dark time for everybody to just want to hold on to the idea of this is how gaming should be. And I'm like, yeah, I got boxes. hella plastic boxes. I wish I had my own ones. My Nintendo 64s, my PlayStation 1s, PlayStation 2s. But I don't got them bitches no more. I lost them a long time ago. But yeah, once the box is kind of extinct, I mean, I have my gaming PC. I'm not going to be out of the loop when it comes to having media, but like it's not going to be everything. I would happily just have Game Pass if cloud gaming was what do you call it? Advanced enough to actually just feel like a good game all the time. I would have that. You said they're downplaying Game Pass. They always will. The media knows what's about to happen. Hellblade 2 is dropping along with COD next year. Hellblade 2 is, oh my gosh, bro. Microsoft got so much good shit charted that's why I titled this the trouble at PlayStation, because PlayStation has nothing fucking slated. We have nothing to talk about on the PlayStation platform except all the bad news that comes out of Sony. Because Microsoft has a whole slate for more games coming. Games that they haven't even told us are coming are still coming. And then they have all the Game Pass deals on top of that. Then we always have something to look forward to. Like Hellblade 2 next year. I wish they could get it this year. Like if they just get that motherfucker to drop at the Game Awards again, it's crazy. They probably have something at the Game Awards. Who knows? But then like Avowed after that, they got the deal with fucking Persona 3 and shit coming to Game Pass. That shit's lovely. That shit is lovely. Xbox has so much slated. And what does Sony have? Spider-Man and Final Fantasy VII's fucking Rebirth. Two things slated. I mean, they got Foam Stars. And whatever the fuck the walking thing was. But they have nothing else? That's just kind of wild, bro. PlayStation didn't used to be ran like this. It didn't used to be ran like that. The almighty powerful PlayStation that was the PlayStation 4 is looking kind of fucking rough, bro. It's looking real deal bad, and I don't like it. Because Microsoft is only doing all this because they got their ass beat on. And I kind of hate that they're just breezing through this shit. Yeah, you said they don't have enough games to combat this Xbox. They have, bros. PlayStation has so many studios not working on shit. Well, not publicly working on shit. Cause we finally got to see like Clockwork is coming. We finally got to see what is it called? The Edge of Midnight, or damn, I forget what the fuck the name of that game is called. Is it called The Edge of Midnight? What the fuck is that Xbox game called? Oh, South of Midnight. Yeah. Like we have South of Midnight, we got Clockwork. There's so many other things coming from like Xbox Studios, like the lower tier ones. And like Sony has low tier studios as well. Like Bluepoint M exists. Ben Studios exist. Fucking Sucker Punch exists. But they haven't dropped anything since the PlayStation 4 generation. They've made fucking nothing. And it's like they have to be working on something, Sony. There's no fucking way they're not. But they haven't talked about anything. They haven't leaked anything. They haven't teased anything. There's literally nothing coming out of PlayStation. From what the fans know, at least. Backstage at Sony headquarters, they might have a whole lot. But from the fans' seat, sitting right here, bro, looking at the gaming industry as a whole, Sony literally has nothing on the table. They don't even have nothing in the kitchen cooking, except Spider-Man and Wolverine. They have studios, bro. It's just those studios aren't working on anything. In like for the public to be excited about. They have nothing. We can always speculate, like, oh, they could be working on this. They could possibly be doing that. Like, what the fuck is Housemarque doing? They dropped the game that was already done. They got bought by Sony to drop on PlayStation. They dropped it again on PC. But then they didn't work on anything else. This has been 3 years. You said they have to be working on at least 3 games apiece, and still won't be enough. I mean, volume isn't the problem because the gaming industry as a whole thinks Microsoft games aren't superior to PlayStation's anyway. So Microsoft can release 3 games to one like they have this whole year. Microsoft will release like what 5 games this year. Sony's released one. No, they haven't. Sony hasn't even released one fucking game yet. They released Spider-Man. That's gonna be the first Sony game this year because they have 2 games from Square Enix this year. Sony hasn't made a fucking game this year except Spider-Man. So Microsoft released 5 games this year. I think at least 5 games, not even counting the PC ports to console for like Age of Empires and stuff like that. We're not even counting those. We're talking about new games. Microsoft's released 5. Sony's about to release their first fucking one. And people still think Sony's having a good year. So volume isn't the thing. Like every Sony studio can make one game, and the gaming media just thinks that one game is better than everything Xbox can ever slate. So I mean, from a media perspective, the volume doesn't need to be there. It's just Sony Studios aren't. We don't have shit to go on. You say East Microsoft Studio behind besides Coalition and 343 have 2 games in the oven. I mean, yeah, because Microsoft is invested in their teams to create things. Not all of them are big games, which is good, but Sony only invests in big games because big games make them big money. And that's why they all make the same type of game. Sony's been making third person action games for like 10 years. That is it. Third person action games for 10 years. And it's been working. People love them bitches. They're all critically acclaimed. They all score well. They all sell kind of well. Not all of them, but most of them sell kind of well. So, I mean, are they going to diversify that portfolio? That's what I'm looking for from Sony. Microsoft has a completely diverse portfolio. Every studio is making a different type of game. You said they would never say Xbox games are better. Rise on Rome was better than everything Sony dropped. Back it killed all the games because 900p. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it was. Cause Rise Son of Rome was a beautiful, smooth ass game, bro. The story was great. The combat was great. The evolution of combat over time in the game was phenomenal, bro. The Democles shit, I fuck with Rise Son of Rome hard as hell. But yeah, the launch lineup for the Xbox One was phenomenal. But the PlayStation 4 got pushed over. Why? Because of DRM and because 900p. That's all it was. DRM and 900p pushed PlayStation 4 over the top. I mean, everything Xbox did well didn't matter. Didn't mean a damn thing. And that's why Microsoft went into like that bitter state. They went into a real deal bitter state. And feel it the only reason they got out of it. Because Microsoft started shutting down everything, bro. They were canceling games. They were shutting down all kinds of studios because I mean they weren't producing fast enough. And anything that they did make that was good, they didn't think it was good enough. And it was like, damn, bro. Microsoft was going through it. And I was there the whole fucking time. We didn't have no motherfucking first party output for how long? There was like a stretch of at least like 2 or 3 years where I was only playing third party games. I don't think I played anything first party until what was it? I think it was Remedy's game, Quantum Break. I think it was Quantum Break. Was the first party game I played from Xbox in like a stretch of like I think like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, like Quantum Break was a peak game, and it had those little like live action episodes in the middle of all that shit. I enjoyed the hell out of that game, bro. All the decisions that you made, you would just watch it play out in live action. Like they have the actors and stuff all out there from in the game, and it looks kind of fucking comparable. Like character models and everything looked so fucking good, bro. The powers was great. The gunplay was great. But yeah, 900p. 900 fucking p, bro. It killed a whole lot of Xbox. And then it got revived. Phil revived that shit. Yeah, Phil had to start making some money on the Xbox, bro. That's why he brought back backwards compatibility. That's why he built Game Pass. He started porting things to PC day and date. He's like, we got to make money out here on Xbox because if people want to play our games, we have to go to them. That's a great ass idea. That's a big brain expansive idea. Everybody got this notion that oh, my console need games on it. Your console do got games on it, bro. You can play them there. But why the fuck is it a problem? I can play that bitch on PC. That's always been like a weird ass case to me all the time. Cause like Sony fans have that shit bad, bro. When a Sony game leaves PlayStation and comes to PC and it runs at like fucking 4K, 150 frames per second. You say, yeah, didn't believe in Xbox. Should have got a decent budget. He cut funds. And once he left, Phil got the company credit card. I mean, hey, once Phil start buying and start selling, hey, Xbox went from motherfucking 900p DRM to motherfucking 4K 60 frames, nigga. 120 frames at 1080p. And I mean, it was a good time to see. It was a good day, and they keep selling fucking controllers. You see all these goddamn controllers, bro? Why do they keep doing it? They just launched a new one. It's like gold or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not getting that hoe. I'm not. I might. I don't know. I don't know. Controllers be getting me. But I mean, I got an Elite Series 2, so I'll be fine until the Elite Series 3 come out because they leaked that hoe. They leaked that hoe, and I'm like, they talked to us about that shit way back in the day. We had us fill out that thing. What do you want in a new controller? And that shit leaked out. And I'm like, I want that fucking controller, Xbox. It just better not be $300 fucking dollars. But yeah, the Activision deal need to close so that news can be over. Cause I covered that shit for a long ass time, bro. How many videos I got on Activision Blizzard? There's still so many gaming just people that still complain about the deal. Like it's gonna tarnish the gaming media. I mean tarnish the gaming industry or something. Like, bro, they're literally selling games still everywhere. Except PlayStation, because PlayStation fucked up. But other than that, bro, Microsoft is just gonna be making games. Activision is gonna be working like they always been working. But now they got a union. So niggas just don't get booted. They still make money. They're protected by the law. You say you're gonna buy it? Buy what? The new controller? Probably. I don't know. It depends. Cause I have what is that? There's five right there, and I have what three right there. So yeah, I have two Design Lab controllers. Well, I guess three Design Lab controllers because my Elite Series 2 is Design Lab as well. So I have three Design Lab controllers. And then I have three, four um normal controllers. I got green, red, blue, the Call of Duty controller over there. I have more controllers. Like the standard black one that you get. So I got hell of them. The gold one look kind of smooth though. So I might fuck around. You said Sony won't be able to keep up. I mean, they could just do what Nintendo's doing and just make their games and sell to their fans. It is so weird how it seems like some of the world governments want to protect Sony to be in first. Like, what would be the downside of Microsoft being in first place? Microsoft never been in first place. They've never seen the first place spot. They've always lost to Sony and Nintendo. So when Microsoft is trying so hard to become the face of gaming, and two of the most powerful governments in the world are trying to stop it, and it's like, why? They're really trying to compete in the gaming industry, and you want them to stop. For what reason? Oh, because it might hurt PlayStation. Of fucking course it will. That's how companies compete with each other. They literally compete to hurt each other. So since Microsoft is better at hurting people, they need a handicap. Sony needs a handicap because Microsoft is better at hurting people. Because Bethesda was gonna literally sell Starfield to PlayStation. And Phil was like, I'm about to hold Bethesda. Get the fuck out of here, Sony. That's crazy. But that's something that needs to be. Yeah, see, that's one thing that I've been saying for a while, and nobody really want to understand. That Sony is not trying out here. Like from the standpoint of literally 10 years an undiverse portfolio. You can tell Sony's not trying. They abused the fuck out of PlayStation Plus. I went over there earlier in the show. Abused the hell out of PlayStation Plus. That shit, the price just went up, and they don't even support PlayStation Plus like Xbox does Game Pass. Why is the price going up, Sony? Haven't even explained that. Then they gave niggas movies instead of more games. That is crazy. Sony doesn't care, bro. The whole PlayStation 5's makeup. Complete bullshit, bro. Complete and other bullshit. And people still bought it. People were paying thousands to get them a PS5. Just off the name alone. And then what Sony dropped? Not a damn thing. Remakes and remasters. The same game you own on PS4, buy it again. On PS5. The same fucking game. Buy it again. And they bought it. They fucking bought it. PlayStation fans bought that shit. And that is all Sony's going to give them. Premium product, premium price. That's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly what they called it. And people think that's real. Oh, it's because they paid more for it that it has to be better. That's that iPhone mentality, bro. Because people still gonna buy a next iPhone. And then they realize, like, bro, this bitch is running like a Samsung Galaxy 4S. But it's an iPhone 16. But it's built like a Samsung Galaxy 4S. They don't care, bro. It has an Apple logo on it. Why the hell did people buy half of Last of Us for $70? That shit still boggles me. The Last of Us, which already launched 2 times on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, was backwards compatible. And Sony sold half of it for $70. You said they never saw Microsoft back in Xbox? I mean, yeah, because Xbox didn't have a charismatic leader that is Phil Spencer at the time. I mean, we had Don, we had what is his name? Before that, when Steve Ballmer was there. We had some alright people, some good business people, but we didn't have a good sense of the gaming space. Because none of the leaders of Xbox were gamers. But they knew business. Because, I mean, Microsoft has one of the greatest businesses in the world. Xbox is a business, first and foremost, and they understood that. So they made so much money off Xbox. And when they stopped making money off Xbox, they got the fuck out of there. Why? Because it's a bad business move. But Phil was a gamer, bro. And he's like, no, we can make money. We just gotta do gamer shit. And he started changing Xbox back into a gaming platform. The milked of us. Yes, it's the fucking milked of us, bro. You said PlayStation is living up PS4 hype. Yeah, they are. And one of the biggest culprits of that is Jim Ryan. That's why he's out. He's only been in charge 3 years. How long has the PS5 been out? 3 fucking years. That is all the 3 years, and he's already retiring, bro. Haven't even seen the worst of PlayStation. He came in when the PlayStation 4 was on top. 100 million consoles sold. One of the biggest gaming platforms in history of gaming. And then Jim Ryan get put in charge. And the PS4 is in other shit. And now he's retiring. Why? Bro, you need to see this through. This is yours now. It's crazy, bro. Because he literally just remastered everything from PS4. Why? Because he didn't have no original ideas. And if he did, them bitches did not fucking work out. Because whoever made PSVR 1 on the PS4 generation, that motherfucker flopped. It flopped hard as shit. But then Jim Ryan want to make a PSVR 2, which flopped even fucking harder. What the hell? The Wii U for PS5. Nintendo already did that, and it didn't go over fucking well. Jimothy was like, fuck it, make a Wii U for PlayStation. Why, Jim? What the fuck? You said Sony tried to do to Xbox what they did to Sega? Yeah. And people still think Microsoft is going the third party route. There's still a lot of vocal fans on the YouTube sphere. They really think Microsoft is just going to pull out and become third party. And it's like, nah. Why would they do that right now? After they bought all this shit just to go third party? Nah. If anybody goes third party, it's probably going to be Sony. Because they make one type of game. They make one type of game real good. Third person action games, they make the best of them. But like, what else can Sony offer the gaming industry at this moment? It's not innovation. It's definitely not originality. Because they don't make new things. They just keep remastering the old ones. So I mean, what do they really offer the gaming industry at this moment? Besides the legacy that is PlayStation. But they can easily sell the legacy of PlayStation to everybody. And be in the same spot they're in right now. So yeah, it's a strange place for Sony at the moment. And it all happened once they left Japan and went west. Sony Interactive Entertainment headquarters is in California, United States of America. Why the fuck is a Japanese company headquartered in the United States? I couldn't even tell you. That doesn't make sense. They're a Japanese company. Nah, SIE is an American company. Ran by a British person. You said when it comes to innovation, hand goes to Nintendo. It definitely does. Nintendo innovates everything, bro. Did you see what they did to Zelda? Did you see what Link can do? This man can rewind time. He can build things out of nothing. He can swim through mountains. What the fuck? Who thought of that? That is Nintendo's innovation. Have you seen the whole story of Xenoblade Chronicles? From Monolith Software? Come on now, bro. You said, yeah, they just dropped 100 billion on games to go third party. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what's the logic in that? There is none. But yeah, innovation definitely goes to Nintendo. The fucking Switch, nigga. I have a Switch. I don't have a PS5. I have a Switch. Because that motherfucker's innovative. I can play fitness boxing on that hoe. Wii Sports. Ring Fit. It's such a good device. It can't be replicated either. There's nobody that can do Switch better than Nintendo. I don't think there will ever be another console. I mean, Nintendo will probably make the next more innovative console. They're going to have to. And the things that they can do. Everybody shit on Nintendo's power, bro. Everybody shit on the power of the Switch. But the games they produced on the Switch are still mostly unmatched. You said Matt Booty wanted to spin Sony out of business. They're doing that now, and people don't see it. I mean, they just wanted to contain Sony. Because when you say they want to spin them out of business, I mean, yeah, they definitely want to end Sony's like run of being the top dog of gaming. That's one thing. Yeah, that's exactly true. But what they also want to do is lock Sony to their fucking console. They want to make it so hard for Sony to expand that they literally be stuck on the PlayStation. When Microsoft could take over phone screens, laptop screens, tablet screens, TV screens, computer screens, Sony's stuck on their console, hoping that they can get a PC port out and it sells well, which they're not. We all seen Sony sell numbers for PC. They're not selling well, especially like on Steam and stuff. They're not selling well. So Sony's kind of confined to their console. Their cloud gaming spaces, I mean, it's in its infancy. They're trying it, but they're not trying. They're not putting as much effort into it as Microsoft is to grow it at a fast enough rate because they don't want to spend the money. And their first party output is definitely on the decline because we were just talking about that earlier. They don't have anything slated. Everything they had slated was second party deals or third party deals, like Aspire making KOTOR, and now that's shelved, or Square Enix producing the whole slate that is Sony Interactive Entertainment for the past like 2 years. That like Sony's they're getting roped into just being a console maker, bro. And I think Microsoft understands that, like, okay, if we can't beat them in the console market, they're not going to get a different one. They're taking over every other market Sony could possibly want to get into. So Sony's going to be making consoles, the PS6, the PS7, and Microsoft is going to have an infinite gaming platform on every device that exists. Probably even on PlayStation in the future. If PlayStation stopped using bullshit ass Linux, I don't know what the hell is going on. You saw that Switch brought up the oh pick me, pick me. Look what I can do now. Literally floated with the hyper console. You said the PlayStation would be the death of Sony. The PlayStation is the life of Sony at the moment. So yeah, it definitely will be the death of Sony because it's the beating heart of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Because their movies are kind of scuffed. They're kind of scuffed outside of Spider-Man, and a couple like hit like horror movies, but box office breaks. I don't think Sony's getting those outside of Spider-Man. And then the PlayStation console is selling well, but their software isn't selling well. So all this hardware is selling because they got 40 million plus consoles sold. We already heard the numbers, but none of their games is past like 10 million people buying them. So it's not even 10% of your population buying your games, but you have 40 million consoles sold. Sony, what is that? What are those metrics? It doesn't make sense. But that's kind of where we at with PlayStation at the moment. So yeah, PlayStation is literally the life and death of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Everything banks on PlayStation doing well. Because if PlayStation doesn't, where do they get the money from? They don't get it from the Xperia. The phones are garbage. They won't get it from the cameras. You said it's crazy how Sony way up. What do you mean? I mean, as a company, they're not doing very well. But I mean, they're trying to get back to like the glory days of the PS4. Like as a company, the company's not doing well as a whole, and they're trying to get back to how high they were during the PS4 generation. Because the whole company was on top during the PS4 generation. Now the company is scuffed. It's so bad. And what can they do to turn it around? They have to do something else. They have to supplement it somewhere, and they can't. They need the PlayStation to do well. You said console sales popularity. I mean, yeah, they like the PlayStation 4 put them over the top something crazy. And once you build a fan base like that, it's kind of hard to lose them. You would lose the ones that really don't get too tribally attached. But like when a casual like gamer gets a console and then they have that console for 10 years and then you can move to the next console and keep your stuff, why would they go buy a different console at that point? Because it's not disc gaming no more. So digital media is portable. Yet things still feel dull. Yeah, it's one of those things. That's why everybody's so confused by the PlayStation 5 right now. Because yeah, they sold so many consoles. They're so popular, but they don't have anything going for them. So it's like PlayStation 5 is an empty platform right now. They don't got no games. They don't got no media attention besides the negative. But they're still selling consoles and they still got fans. But like nobody's playing games over there. Everybody's just talking about how many consoles they sold and how many fans they got. But like, what are y'all playing on the PlayStation? Nothing. Spider-Man comes out in a week or so. Hopefully they play that. Insomniac better at least sell like 20 million. There's no fucking way. The only PlayStation released this year and it doesn't sell well. There's no goddamn way. Insomniac gotta boom the numbers. They have to give Sony something. Because I think God of War did what, 5 million? And then that shit fell right the fuck off. I don't think anybody's played God of War since. And I don't know how many people will play God of War because God of War is not good. I got the first God of War on PC and was so disappointed. I wouldn't even get the second one. But yeah, I do need to get what is it called? I need to get a high on knife. Cause that shit gonna be fun. I know it looks like it's gonna be fun. I saw the screenshots. Chainsaw Knifey, that nigga's gonna be a demon. That nigga's gonna be a demon. And I need to go play lots of P. Yeah, 5 million on the legit. There was because God of War came out last year, right? So it was probably like 20 something, like let's say 25 million PS5s out there, and 100 million PS4s out there, and 5 million people bought God of War Ragnarok. What the fuck, Sony? What happened? What happened, bro? That's not even 5%. That's not even 5% of your population. And yeah, you can easily say like, "Oh, God of War is not for everybody," but didn't God of War 2018 sell like 20 million? So if it sold 20 million, why the fuck didn't God of War Ragnarok sell 20 million? I don't even think it'll crack 10. I mean, it definitely will crack 10 eventually. It's gonna go on sale. They're gonna bundle it with some shit. They're gonna sell more of them. But like, it's not gonna do better numbers than God of War 2018 did. And that's scuffed. That's bad. I know Spider-Man 1 from Insomniac. So Spider-Man 2018 or 2017, one of those years, sold 25 million, didn't it? And then they remastered it, they sold it again. So they probably sold like 30 some million copies of Spider-Man. Hopefully Spider-Man comes out and it does well and then they hit the fucking 25 million mark. Cuz I really want Insomniac to succeed. They've always been doing damn good work. But it's not looking like that's the case. Because nobody's really playing PlayStation games. And then you look on the PC side, all the PC ports for PlayStation has only cracked like 50 million. I mean 50,000 people. Some of them only has thousands of people. Like Ratchet and Clank had like 5,000 people buy the game. And it's like, that's it? 5,000 is crazy, bro. I think Returnal only had a couple thousand as well. You said what I got Spider-Man 2 hitting sales wise? I mean, like you talking about like launch day? It probably gets at least like God of War numbers. At least like 5 million people. At least like 5 million people. Because if God of War Ragnarok got 5 million, Spider-Man should at least get 5. But it is only on PS5 though. See, that's a crazy thing. God of War was on PS4 and it only got 5 million people. At launch anyway. But Spider-Man 2 is only on PS4. And there's 40 million people there. So they should at least get 5 million people. How many did Final Fantasy 16 get? Like 3 million? Something like that? You said where do you think it cap at? I think it cap at like probably 25, 30. Spider-Man 2 should definitely like if it's just as good as the first game, as a mainline second game, it should definitely at least get to like 30. For sure, because it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man always sells well. Like even the bad Spider-Man games sold well. I think. They didn't sell bad, but I mean they sold pretty good. They didn't sell amazing. But like Spider-Man 2018, 2017, yeah, it sold pretty good. And they sold it twice. You know Sony's gonna sell Spider-Man 2 two times. They're gonna make a PC version of it. They're probably gonna make a director's cut version of it. They're probably gonna sell it like 2 or 3 more times. The DLC is gonna come out. They're gonna sell bundles. So I mean, they're probably gonna sell bundles with consoles too, like they did for like Horizon Forbidden West. So yeah, I think it gets like 30, 30 easily. I think it get 30 easily because I believe that Insomniac has what it takes. For the other studios at Sony, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't see many of them cracking past 10 because we all seen what Ghost of Tsushima did. They sold it twice and it still didn't hit 10 million. I don't know what the hell Horizon did. That they trying to re-release fucking Horizon Zero Dawn again. Cause I don't know if that one sold that well. It probably did. It probably sold well in fucking Ben Studios is what the fuck was Ben Studios game called again? I keep forgetting the fucking name. It was the zombie game. What the fuck was the name of that game? Holy shit. Big Ben Studio. What game did you make, Ben Studio? Cause I forget. Games. Days fucking gone. Ben Studios made Days Gone. Why the fuck are they not making anything else? But yeah, I don't think Days Gone sold that well. But I think Horizon sold better than Days Gone. But damn, we've been live streaming for almost 2 hours, bro. We gotta end this. Hold on. We gotta end this. It's been 2 hours. Alright, we gotta end this. So it's been a good gaming news weekly, high key. I've been having a good time. We've been talking, playing some games. I mean talking about some games, talking about some gaming media. But we gotta end it. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Hey, I'm gonna be back next Sunday at 1 p.m. And I'll see y'all in the next one.